Hey Joe, so let's go ahead and go over a few of your videos that you've sent in recently, and I will go ahead and say now that I did send you a an update about a week and a half ago while I was on a plane. I'm not sure if it went through because it doesn't seem like we've been logging on it or anything like that, so that may have been a fault on my end. So I went ahead and updated things from the last week or so on, including after Christmas. And what I want to do with all clients is just provide an environment where they don't have to check in the week of Christmas. I don't want you guys to have to worry about that, nor do I necessarily want to be on my laptop on Christmas Eve and the day of Christmas, because I have a lot of people that have check-in days, Tuesday, Wednesdays, which is Christmas Eve and the day of Christmas. So let's go ahead and not worry about it. I went ahead and updated you past Christmas. So go ahead and just check in on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whenever you feel comfortable to do so, and then we can go from there. Now, getting past that, looking at the actual videos, starting out with Sumo, love the decision to go in socks. It looks a ton better already. You actually built a good amount of tension before you started. You stayed nice and high, and you finished a lot better as well. I can tell it's a little hard with the flooring that you're on to keep good stance, so that might be a rough thing where you might have to get minimalist shoes at some point, or maybe some mats to go under your feet. But besides that, it looks really, really good. Love what I'm seeing. Hips are staying higher, much more proficient movement. Love it. Looks much better. We can definitely handle more load as well. Looking at the second Sumo video here. Computer's being a little slow today. Beautiful. Looks good. One last thing I will say for form on Sumo is form looks so much better. Really don't want to tweak it too much, but I want to take your grip and make it directly even with your shoulders or wider. We really never want your grip any closer together than your shoulders when we go for a Sumo deadlift. Typically, like I said, directly in line or wider. So for you, about 1.5 to 2 inches out wider on each side. It's going to be more beneficial for your ability to use and contract your lats, which are a spinal stabilizer, and just make the movement itself a lot more efficient. So let's just go ahead and bring that grip just a little bit wider. It's going to be very beneficial in the end. Next, let's go ahead and look at one of your squat videos. I'm going to go ahead and look at the following week here. Let's go and look at this. Oh, wait. I think it was this guy that I want to look at with you. All right. Yeah, this is it. All right, so first and foremost, I want to say that stance is just a little bit too wide for your current build. You're not going to be able to produce as much force from that wide of a stance, nor will you be able to control the weight on the eccentric or concentric portion nearly as well. I don't think we're creating quite as much of a stacked knee to ankle position because of how wide it is either, and we might even be limiting our depth because of the width. So what I really want to do is take your feet from here to here and go about 2 inches closer. So from here to here, about 2 inches closer on each side. It's going to greatly benefit each portion of your squat and make it much more efficient. Also, I really want to get in a habit of once we set our feet, once we walk out the weight, set our feet, that's the place they stay throughout the squat. If I do a set of 5 where I put my feet at first is where they're going to stay for all 5 reps. If they're kind of squirrely and moving out after or before each rep, that tells us that our stance needs some adjusting. This video wasn't too bad in those regards, but a few ones before this were a little worse. As you can see, there's a lot of shifting there. Knees are shifting inside. We're not creating perfectly stacked position, and then feet are kind of getting squirrely as we go down and up. So again, it's just going to have to do with having better control through moving to a stance that's catered more to your body type. The last thing I should see is your knees going inside of where your feet are. That's a good indicator that we're far too wide in our stance. And on the reverse side of things, if our stance is too close, our knees end up going too far outside. We don't end up being optimally stacked. So let's go ahead and take our feet from here to about here, and that's going to greatly benefit the efficiency and control you have over your squat. Now, moving on to training, not a whole lot changed. The first week that you did a while back is going to be the same week we do for a few weeks. I think we're going to be on our 4th week Christmas time. So that'll be the last week of this rep cycle. And I went ahead and changed a few of your accessories to make it more challenging. But let's go ahead and focus on adding weight to the bar. I went ahead and made load suggestions that should make sense in terms of going up 5 to 15 pounds per week. So making it extra challenging. Let's go ahead and focus on some of the changes that we talked about just now in this video. And on top of that, just let me know if you have any questions at all and keep the videos coming.